in spite of all the strategies, ideas that we have that can move us forward in this period, do you see us, even our politicians, overcoming all of those issues that are bogging us down to begin to implement the strategies, employing or appointing the right kind of people to drive your policies, getting credible people to ensure that, look, the economy stands the test of time? Or you just sit there and playing politics as usual, putting cronies in different places, just go on, we'll survive?
I don't want to say this out, but it is in my heart. I wish this thing will continue.
Oh dear. I always thought you were on
Twitter. Share your sentiments on Twitter.
Because the moment this happens, the people will not be interested in politics. It will all be those, because you need to question them. You're not questioning the politicians. These guys are having a field day. You can tell by their billboards, by their vituperations. But these guys just don't understand what it means, what governance, what politics is about.
Don't forget,
think it's about themselves.
If it continues, the person that'll take the hit is also out there on the streets. Because these chaps are on top, they will have access to a lot of these funds before it trickles down, won't it?
What I think is that, when during the last days of George Bush in power, a whole lot of things played up. A whole lot of activities played up that virtually handed power to Obama. In fact, most people thought it was divine. The point I'm making here is that if this continues, our politicians will not be comfortable, because the polity will get restless. The honorable minister asking us to get ready to, he knows who to direct these questions to manage their expenditure, to frustrate, he knows who to frustrate, not the average Nigerian. This thing is sounding like, excuse me, what is this? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but from the measures that she's ruled out, it would look like that's exactly where we're starting from. They're going to be starting from the
luxury items, right?
Luxury items. Well, she said that the rich will have to pay a bit more, so we will see that from items that will be termed luxury. But it will seem that it's going to be starting from government quarters. But quickly, let's look at, because government has also talked about how they're diversifying the economy. The strides made in agriculture, and some of the other areas, entrepreneurs that they're encouraging, and the fact that our GDP was recently rebased, and huge chunk of it was coming from a sector that was hitherto ignored. How do you see us? Do you think that all of this has prepared us for the shocks that will be coming as a result of this dwindling oil price?
Let me put it this way. A system can grow and become robust because of the dexterity of the people. Before now, government has not turned an eye on Nollywood. So don't take the claim for it. Don't. It's not they're beginning to, of course, the strategy of government of people. Now, I'm going to take government, I'm talking about this government. People, somebody misunderstands me. You don't throw money at problems. It will swallow it. You carve up 200 billion to SMEs, you do this.
Who will swallow it? The problem or
the problem will swallow it. Yeah.
Not the people
the problem will swallow, because
the problem and the person.
Let me give you an instance. If somebody is already doing it, is a business person, and you can, and I've done a lot of trainings on capacity on business, and we can tell you that money is one of the least problems of business people. To calibrate what you're doing is a lot much more than money. But of course, as we head up towards 2015, there's a lot of projects that have been approved. I'm sure it's what every Wednesday. There's a lot of billions pumped into things that you can't just measure. Of course, we know where it's headed. Unless you're new in this crime. At this point, you are putting. Yesterday, the government is saying 200 billion to SMEs. Of course, you're going to look for it. The point I'm making is that the system, the people, is a resilient system, and that's what really
resilient system.
It's a very resilient system. It's not due to the fact that
you don't think that's a facade?
No. I think that Nigerians by nature, they don't say no to themselves.
So this system, are you saying that this system will be strong enough to absorb, whether it was government supported or it was the people who came up with it and government is beginning to support it? Do you think that it is strong enough to support whatever will come our way, considering what we're going to be experiencing with the fall in oil prices?
Well, this question you're asking is back into question. Government is there to grow. That's why government is not there for itself. Leadership and governance is not there for itself. It's for the people.
I'm happy you're talking about the people. Let's go back in time now. 2007, May 29, we saw the coming of President Musa Yar'Adua, and well, later on, before that particular time, his predecessor, President Obasanjo, increased the prices of petroleum products to 75 naira. And when Yar'Adua came, we heard the story about subsidy, and there was a drop in the price, just as we experience it now. So if we're paying subsidy and there's a drop, it then means that whatever we're doing at that point in time will also witness a drop. Invariably, we're talking about a reduction. So Yar'Adua did what he did at that point in time by taking the petroleum price from 75 naira to 17 naira. So are we likely to still see some form of reduction in petroleum prices now that there is a drop? Instead of we talking about subsidy removal, we're looking at a drop as well, whatever we're using to pad or subsidize the petroleum product, that we take it a little bit away, meaning we'll be buying petroleum products less than what we're buying now.
Now, let me put it in this perspective. Whenever there is a shock on a commodity like this, what business is going to experience is a drop in income. And that's what is creating what she said. Listen, we're not going to have enough money to share at the end of the month. And I think that's where the Constitution should be. As we get into 2015, are we going to get people that are going to get a lot more creative and innovative in terms of funding the economies that demand? That's the issue. I'm more concerned with attracting the right caliber of people in governance that will begin to rejig our economy in such a manner that we can save this money, almost 80% of it in sovereign wealth fund.
You don't get me. Very quickly now, if the report for oil subsidy comes out, maybe for December, we're likely to see a drop in that as well.
Oh, yes,
because there's a falling price.
Yes, there's a falling price.
So if there's a drop, and we don't even get to see that reduction in what we buy here locally, then there must be some form of big money somewhere for us.
What you're going to say, what you're apparently trying to say is that government is going to, should be able to reduce the price of pump price. But I don't see them doing it. Right. Because the panic mode is on. They're cutting things, and this is going to be the mode. And I think the issue here is that, rather than panicking the system, is to let us know, and this will continue for a time frame. And this is the time to institute infrastructure in place that will bring income beyond just oil.
All right. Thank you for coming on. That's Delta State's theme, Beyond Oil. Pascal Odigbo, business and financial economist. We'll be back after this break. Join us again. All right, it's time to wrap it up here. But not before I take Olani Jones's comments, who says, well, government should cut down the size of government and the expenditure too. The likes of salaries of reps and senators, he thinks should be reduced also. So there you have it. It's an interesting discussion that will continue subsequently. But that's all the time we have for you today. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Oh, thank you. I'm Maokwe Ogun.
Many thanks. I'm Slyman Alede.
Bye-bye.